you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Washington football team. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll run for the first time with Michael Carter. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Well, this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
A give, Carter running right. And he is going to give himself up on a play that really turns out to be a disaster. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken right around the 44. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Gibson. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. That's caught inside the 20. A big connection on that one, 38 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket, but it's a lot.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And here's a give to Gibson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. They'll run with Gibson. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. A handoff for Gibson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. 1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cole. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
On 2nd down, it's Carter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll drop this underneath to Carter. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Tackle made by Chase Young.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And here's a quick throw out to Mims. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage, but what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Michael Carter with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. PAT up and good by Rosas. They will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is Tony Pollard. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that
that's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll start on the ground. Carter, and he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Running left on the handoff, Carter. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Carter will try the right side. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And now Carter going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
On second down now, it's Gibson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 11th touchdown on the year.
And Washington has taken the lead. Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Now Carter to start the drive.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On 1st down, Carter. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Taking a shot for Samuel.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 30. They juked him. Well, he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go in at the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Here's Gibson.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. A carry for Gibson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Carter.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carter. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
3rd and long. It's Wilson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson
with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game.
And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Jamin Davis leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Wilson. Buying time to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. Flashes another juke.
Well, such a costly interception. Nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll try to run it with Gibson.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter.
He can't get him down, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now Carter.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Jets on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now Wilson.
Able to connect with Mims.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10.
A throw to the flat for Carter.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Rolling to his right. Throw right side complete to Carter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. The first throw for the backup, Rosen. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Rosa's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. That one looks like he'll throw here. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. To throw is Rosen. Croft.
And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Carter on the toss right.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.